He is charming. He is able to convince people. So he tells everybody what they want to hear.
So how do you know this?
That was supposed to shrink.
He has a sense of humor. He can be funny.
He's great. His ability to sell. It's very much like Clinton. Both Bill and Donald have the ability to go over to a fat, ugly woman, say, "You are the most beautiful thing I've ever seen." So you probably know he had a scalp reduction. Because he had the same male pattern movement that we all have. He's a horrible human being. He does nasty things to his best friends' wives. Anyone who first tries to gain your trust and then uses it to do bad things.
The dark truth of Epstein, Trump, and America's deafening silence. Imagine this. The most notorious pedophile in modern American history, Jeffrey Epstein, calls Donald Trump a horrible human being. And hundreds of thousands of Americans sit in front of their screens, listening to that leaked audio, wondering which is worse, Epstein himself, Trump, or the entire system that shielded both of them for decades. In this video, we're not just revisiting Epstein's crimes. We're confronting a sprawling web of complicity, cover-ups, and corruption. You're going to hear the voices of regular people, viewers like you, who are more outraged, exhausted, and desperate for accountability than ever before. The context of the Epstein case. Jeffrey Epstein built a global trafficking network that exploited underage girls, with clients spanning billionaires, ex-presidents, royals, celebrities. When he was finally arrested, Epstein died in custody, a death officially called suicide, but which almost nobody believes. 2 guards fell asleep at the same time. 6 cameras malfunctioned for exactly the hour when he allegedly took his life, and all came back online the moment he was declared dead. That detail alone has made people ask in disgust, how can you keep calling this a transparent investigation? Leaked documents and recordings revealed Epstein's tangled history with Trump. Back in the 1990s, Trump publicly called Epstein a terrific guy, praising him for liking beautiful women, many of them on the younger side. Over the years, Epstein bragged about being close to Trump, then, ironically, called Trump a horrible human being, as if he himself couldn't stomach his old friend anymore. And that's the most bitter irony. When a monster points at someone else and says, "That man is monstrous," maybe we're staring at the absolute depths of moral decay, audience perspectives, rage, and despair. If you look through the thousands of comments on these clips, one truth is undeniable. People don't trust anyone anymore. One viewer put it simply, "They will never tell you the truth. Never." Another wrote, almost hopelessly, "Imagine all the things we don't know, and all the things we will never know." These aren't conspiracy theories. They're the natural reaction of a public that's seen too much hypocrisy for too long. Even some self-proclaimed Trump supporters said, "If Trump is guilty, he should be prosecuted. I don't care what party he belongs to." But others aimed their fury at their fellow citizens. How can millions of people be fooled by someone so obvious? He's like a sleazy used car salesman, but people treat him like a savior. Hypotheses about Epstein, Trump, and power. One thing nearly everyone seems to agree on. Epstein did not commit suicide. And if he was murdered, it was because he had dirt on hundreds of powerful men, Trump included. A widely shared theory goes like this. Epstein had hundreds of hours of hidden camera footage from his mansions and private island. Those tapes could destroy the careers of the wealthiest, most powerful people on Earth. If he ever got to trial, the truth could come out, and so he had to die before that could happen. One commenter summed it up grimly. They killed him because that trial would have been the biggest event in history, an actual earthquake. And why don't we have the full client list even now? The answer isn't complicated. The people with the power to release it are the very ones named in it. Political reactions, a broken promise. What makes Americans even angrier is the naked hypocrisy. For years, Republican politicians vowed to release the Epstein Files. They ranted about transparency on TV, tweeted thousands of times demanding the Epstein client list. But when the opportunity finally came, a bill to compel the Justice Department to disclose those records, almost all of them voted against it. One viewer's outrage was impossible to miss. You promised you'd release the list. Now you have the power, and you're hiding it. Why should anyone ever believe you again? This is the heart of the issue. Truth is not a political weapon. It's the foundation of justice. But when everyone's terrified of it, politics becomes a circus. The final message. Maybe the most important comment among the thousands was this: you can't claim to support victims of Epstein while protecting Trump. You have to choose. More than 200 young girls were groomed, abused, recorded, and exploited as blackmail collateral. And yet, instead of justice, the public has been fed nothing but partisan arguments. So the question I have for you, watching this video, is this: which side are you on? The side of the truth, or the side of those willing to bury it to protect their idols? Call to action. If you believe that justice can't be bought, share this video. Talk about the Epstein story. Don't let it die in the darkness of collective denial. Remember, the truth doesn't need your belief to exist, but if we don't have the courage to face it, we're all complicit in the cover-up.